Prepaid credit cards are now the fastest growing segment of the plastic market. Last year, some $65 billion in transactions were conducted. Corey Blake is here with New Horizons Credit Union. And Corey, we want to talk about why are prepaid cards such a growing trend?
Well, there's several reasons, really. You know, we've established that there may be at least 50 million Americans who are unable to qualify for credit. Now, these consumers are typically young or perhaps unbanked. You know, some use prepaid cards because they can't get a credit card or a checking account in some cases. Also, some employers distribute them instead of paychecks as well.
Okay, so what are some of the pros of using a prepaid card?
I'm glad you asked. And the first thing that comes to mind is a college student.
Okay.
Now, this is a great way to control spending because they can only spend as much as there is on the card. Mm-hmm. They can use the card most places that particular card brand is accepted, Visa, MasterCard, so forth. Also, the process of those...
You don't need to be approved, I think, with these cards, right? You can just pick them up?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You don't have to get approved for them, and because there's no credit history, you might have a problem with getting approved for one, so you don't have to worry about credit history as well. You can't get into debt, which I think is obviously the biggest issue here.
Right.
And it helps with limiting spending and staying on budget.
Right.
And obviously, there's no interest rate that you have to pay either.
Your spending is limited to what you initially put on the card, which, as you mentioned, is great for college students because I think a lot of times they get that freedom from the parents. They go with the plastic and they just start spending like crazy. The prepaid card will cut down on that. Now, those are good things. What are the cons of a prepaid credit card?
Well, for one thing, you only load so much money on the card, so you will have to keep track of your balance on the card so you know how much you actually have before you get to the checkout line. You may not be as convenient to reload the funds on this card as well. The process involved might be inconvenient. Say you're out on a trip overseas and you don't have internet access or anything like that. It may become difficult for...
Especially if you're out on a date and you go to pay and then you don't have the money there. Then you look like a fool.
That's right, and we definitely don't want that to happen.
Definitely a con of the prepaid credit card.
Very big con of the prepaid debit cards right there. You don't have to you're not building credit with this, which is always a downside. Some offer less consumer protection as well, so be careful of that. You know, if you need to rent a hotel room or rent a car, a lot of those rental places generally won't accept prepaid cards. And watch out for fees as well. You know, activation fees, maintenance fees, reloading fees. Those types of fees as well.
Right, so you need to assess where you are with your own personal credit and banking history and decide whether a prepaid credit card is what you would like to use or go with a more traditional credit card. It's kind of just up to the consumer.
Absolutely.
All right, Corey Blake with New Horizons Credit Union. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.